Brianna, what's on your radar?
Well, Robbie, it was supposed to be a safe zone. On Sunday night, Israel dropped at least 8 2,000-pound bombs on a tent encampment in Rafah, killing 45 people, a majority of whom were women and children, according to a doctor who treated victims of the bombing.
Pause.
Many of the dead bodies were severely...
Pause. I don't know if you all remember, but the Israelis said you all could go to Rafah. That's a safe zone.
Right.
So everybody went over there. Then they start bombing them over there. That's why I'm telling you, this is the synagogues of Satan. Okay, these people is the synagogues of Satan. Keep on playing.
Before, when you did the show, when they told them to go south and to go to Rafah, you had prophesied concerning that they would bomb them when they went there.
Yes.
Hey, we gotta start playing back these videos because heavy prophecies be coming out right here in your Raven and Wolf show, man.
Right.
You go back and look, heavy prophecies be coming out.
That's right. Yeah.
Encampment in Rafah, killing 45 people, a majority of whom were women and children, according to a doctor who treated victims of the bombing. Many of the dead bodies were severely burned, had amputated limbs, and were torn to pieces, the doctor told the New York Times. Graphic video footage emerged over the weekend, including one unforgettable image of a man holding a limp baby aloft while flames flickered in the background, silhouetting the fact that the child no longer had a head. Just days before, in The Atlantic, staff writer Graham Wood had penned what might be read as a justification for killing children. Quote, "It is possible to kill children legally," he wrote, "if, for example, one is being attacked by an enemy who hides behind them.
So you all
It
see
is
that.
possible to
You
kill
all see that.
children."
Yo, these people is the synagogues of Satan. They say it's okay to kill children. You understand? They say if you got an enemy hiding behind children, they say, yo, it's okay to kill children. Okay, now all of these things is coming out. Is God revealing the wicked.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? That's what you see taking place. Now I'm going to show you all what is going to happen. Okay, and according to prophecy, what's going to happen to the land of Israel and why these things is happening. Okay, keep playing.
Now we see where that logic leads. Monday, Netanyahu made a statement claiming responsibility for the Sunday night massacre, calling the choice to drop one-ton bombs on a tent city where millions of Gazans have been told to flee for their safety, quote, a tragic mistake. But this time, something seems to have shifted. Media figures who've spent months defending Israel's siege on Gaza have found themselves confronted, finally, with an indefensible act. UK commentator Piers Morgan was one of those people. A mistake, tweeted Piers? No, it wasn't. Netanyahu repeatedly said he'd attack Rafah, and he did. I've defended Israel's right to defend itself after October 7th, but slaughtering so many innocent people as they cower in a refugee camp is indefensible, he tweeted.
Pause. Hey, listen, you all know what self-defense is, right?
Right.
Self-defense is somebody attack you, and you defend yourself. That person might die or something. You defend yourself.
Right.
What we see after October 7th, that is not self-defense. That's genocide. You understand? What the Israelis is doing to the Palestinians, that's not self-defense. Even in the U.S. Court of Justice, if somebody come at you with a weapon and you happen to get the upper hand and you took that weapon from that person, and you go over that person and empty that clip in that person, when you already got the weapon and you already got the upper hand in the situation, that's called murder. Y'all understand? That's murder. Okay? Because the judge gonna say, listen, you had control of the situation and you took it too far. You didn't have to take it that far. The judge will charge you with murder. It's no different from what the Israelis is doing. That's not self-defense. Oh, we Israel have the choice, have the chance to defend themselves. And not just that. The Israeli government, they don't care about the hostages. Right. Okay, because the hostages, you had a couple hostages escape and they killed them. They had white flags and so forth came up, you know, and the Israeli army killed them. And the soldiers the soldiers of the Israeli army, they said, listen, we had orders, kill everything. You know what I mean? Once is kill everything. You know, that was the orders. Okay?
Hey, Deke, Piers Morgan, that's a prominent social media news figure.
Yeah,
so he got a lot of people following him. And before this, he was defending them. So now you see the narrative is changing. The curtain is being pulled back and they're being revealed for who they are. Now the narrative is changing. Everybody is seeing them for who they are. Back in the, if you go back a few seconds, it's the question that she had on the right side of the screen. It says, is this the world's bully? Because before, people viewed him as, yo, this is the chosen people of God. They so righteous and they so holy.
Right. Yeah,
now they're being viewed as the world's bullies.
Yeah, they've been playing victim for years. And they've been pulling that anti-Semitic card for years and acting like victims. But these people is not the victims. These people is not victims. They are the bully.
That's right.
They are the synagogues of Satan, man.
That's right.
You understand? Y'all mess around and you're going to find out.
But they don't call the devil for no reason.
Yes.
Because people, like example, they told the people said they're going to put the kids in front, right? So that they don't attack them. But if you know this man's history and how this man genocide the nation, including us as well. When we came here, they smashed our babies against rocks and all. You think that this man is going to have mercy on you? Come on, this man ain't going to have mercy on any of y'all. Can I get a precept, D? Give me a backup. Chapter 2 and verse 4. This man, you all think this man have a heart. This man don't have a heart. You may think that because you see he act, as he said, they deceive the people, say that they are the people of God and stuff like that, and you all think that this man is love. This man is the devil the Bible speaks of. Read that for me.
The book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and verse 4.
Scripture.
Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him.
This man's soul is not upright in him. This man, you may think this man have a heart to have mercy. This man he have a aim, he have a vision that he want to establish, and he ain't gonna stop by any means. He gonna go all out to make sure that he get that land. All right, so read it on. There's one.
But the just shall live by his faith.
We shall live by having faith in the Messiah. All right, big deacon, that's it.
Okay, so keep playing.
Yahoo. I'd argue when you've launched a staunch defender like Piers Morgan, you may have lost the plot. Former USAID lead for disaster relief Jeremy Konadek tweeted, "Bombing a tent camp full of displaced people is a clear-cut, full-on war crime. Even if Hamas's troops were present, that does not absolve the IDF of the obligation to protect civilians. It does not turn a tent camp into a free fire zone." As anti-war protests broke out in Paris, even Israel ally Emmanuel Macron spoke out, tweeting, "Outraged by the Israeli strikes that have killed many displaced persons in Rafah, these operations must stop. There are no safe areas in Rafah for Palestinian civilians. I call for full respect for international law and an immediate ceasefire." The loudest and clearest anti-war voice among American elected officials has been Rashida Tlaib, the only Palestinian American in Congress and one of 2 Muslim American Congress members censured by her colleagues early in the conflict for objecting to the violent murder and dispossession of Gazans in the name of Jewish self-determination. Let's take a listen to a little of what she had to say.
It is disgraceful that the Biden administration and my colleagues in Congress continue to smear them for protesting to save lives, no matter faith or ethnicity. It is cowardly.
Pause. So let me tell you.
We're not gonna...
So let me tell you something. On the colleges and so forth, these last couple of weeks, right? You had a lot of college students. You had a lot of people that was protesting against genocide. You know, but what ended up happening with that protest? The Congress start passing laws, all type of crazy stuff. But the people that was protesting, they was protesting against genocide, for the war to stop. Then you had anti-protesters, like a lot of Israelis come firing fireworks and fighting with them and so on. I'm like, yo, doesn't nobody see this? Okay, you protesting, you got students protesting and they're saying, Israel, stop the war, stop killing the people over there. And they what you call it? And Joe Biden and the officials on them and the Senate, they watch at that as an evil thing. You know, they watch at that, why, how dare they? You know, they say no, that they say because for years they control the narrative, okay, they control the propaganda machine and so forth. But the truth is coming out of what's really going on in the land of Israel. Okay, and the Israeli government cannot hide the evil monstrosities that they've been doing for years. It's all coming out. So the people is in an uproar, and the people is saying, listen, humans don't think like this. Humans don't do stuff like this. Stop the war. You killing little kids and babies. Stop it. You understand? Don't you have a humanity? But the thing about it is that they don't have a humanity. Christ said, yo, they the synagogues of Satan. You know what I mean? They've been rolling on the dung low for a minute. They're lying and deceiving and playing victim. You know, Israel have the choice to defend itself. You anti-Semitic and you hurtful. You say hurtful thing to us. No, anti-Semitic basically mean that you anytime you speak anything or criticize the Jewish people, the Israelis, for what they do, and you anti-Semitic. You know, it's not a plain definition for anti-Semitic no more. Okay? They choose what it means. You know, you could tell a Jewish person, man, he did you something wrong, and you could tell him, yo, what you did to me was wrong, and they're going to be like, that's anti-Semitic. Okay, and then they always bring up Hitler and this and that to play the sympathy card. Okay, the days of them things is done, man. The world is seeing the evil that these people is doing. The world is seeing that, yo, these people is the synagogues of Satan. Okay? Right. Yeah, man. They are trying to take that whole land. Because according to prophecy, the land's supposed to be divided, but they want the whole land for themselves. Okay, and I'm going to show you all some things. Now, keep playing.
And my colleagues in Congress continue to smear them for protesting to save lives, no matter faith or ethnicity. It is cowardly. But we're not going to forget in November, are we? President Biden, I hope you hear us loud and clear. Attacking the authority of the International Criminal Court and interfering in the legal process is nothing more than an attempt to prevent the genocidal maniac Netanyahu and his senior Israeli officials from being held accountable for those crimes against humanity. You are an enabler, President Biden.
So very pointed, very harsh, very specific criticisms of Joe Biden. So where is Joe Biden in all of this? We all remember Biden's interview with Jonathan Capehart back in March, in which he first floated the notion of a red line. Biden sort of said then that the invasion of Rafah would be a red line for him, but as soon as he drew that proverbial line in the sand, he erased it. The boundary proved to be as ephemeral, as unstable as the $320 million Gaza pier, which fittingly, over the weekend, washed away in heavy seas. Let's remind ourselves of what Biden had to say back in March.
What is your red line with Prime Minister Netanyahu? Do you have a red line? For instance, would invasion of Rafah, which you have urged him not to do, would that be a red line?
It is a red line, but I'm never going to leave Israel. The defense of Israel is still critical. So there's no red line. I'm going to cut off all weapons so they don't have the Iron Dome to protect them. They don't have. But there's red lines that if he crosses, and he cannot have 30,000 more Palestinians dead.
Now, the media framed not another 30,000 Palestinians dead as a meaningful red line, as though another 20,000, 5,000, or 500 dead might justify Israel's amorphous goals. Defeating Hamas, self-defense. The establishment media mostly ignored that Biden went on to say, quote, there is no red line. I'm never going to leave Israel.
Now, we could take that down. Now, what I want you all to understand, and I want you all to see, is that when it comes to Israel and America is one. Okay, I want you all to understand that. And when you go into prophecy, Israel and America will be destroyed.
Right.
Okay, The World War III is going to start because of Israel and America interference in the Middle East, okay? In what you call the Middle East. That's what's going to start World War III, okay? Israel and America is one. That's what I want everybody to understand, man. That's why Joe Biden said we will always support Israel.
Flying high, you can kiss the clouds. Flying high, you can kiss the clouds, baby. Flying high, you can kiss the clouds. Flying high, you